Hi folks, it's me again. I said I'll be back. I'm back. We have received some reports regarding Mr. Hakainde Hichilema. Basically yesterday, when they were bundling him to be taken to Kawe, he questioned that move. He questioned the people why he was being taken without his lawyers, without his wife, so abrupt, against the court order. At that point, 6 policemen ganged up, beat him up, fainted 3 times, bleeding profusely, but they went ahead, bundled him to the city airport at 12 o'clock, flown to Kawe. They landed right in the maximum prison. There in maximum prison, they separated him from the other co-accused and got HH alone, undressed him with his sores, with his blood dropping, and thrown in the underground bunker in maximum prison in Kawe. This work of the police, they are doing it in the name of the president, Mr. Edgar Lungu. Mr. Lungu is the president. Mr. Lungu is the commander of armed forces in Zambia. So these things cannot be done without his knowledge. This is against human rights. This is nothing to do with the UPND. This is pure abuse, pure malicious, pure jealous by the corrupt regime. We condemn these kind of acts. This has to stop. This is going too far. Being a president, anybody in Zambia can be a president. I can be a president. The fact that you are the president does not make you more smarter than anybody else. Anyone can be a president and still make the country run. You cannot do these things. This is bad. This is wrong. You people, what's wrong with you? No, we learn to understand. This is wrong. This is not right. Why not take somebody at the right time, when the lawyers are there, when the wife is there, when everyone is there? Why do you like doing things in the dark? This is the information we have received. If PF, if the president thinks, if the police, they think this information is wrong, we challenge them to come up in the open and explain that this is false. This information is what we have got. And unless the PF, the police, or anybody else says otherwise, these are the true facts of what is happening right now. Right now, our conclusion is they want this man to bleed to death in Mukobeko and blame it on some other things. Thank God, we know about it. You cannot hide anymore. That man needs medical attention now. He needs medical attention now. You know, these wrongs you are doing in the name of the president, with or without his blessing, we don't fucking care about that. You know, this presidency you want, this leadership you want, to what extent are you able to go? You people, what's wrong with you? You know, you want this power so much. So much. Can someone explain to me why they want this power so much? To extent of wanting to kill, to spill blood the way they have done. What did you even do with that blood? Did you drink it? You know, in the lead up to the elections, everyone was saying HH is the Freemason. The one who is spilling blood here, brothers and sisters, is the one who is the Satanist here. You can see it. You know, the late Mr. Michael Sata was thrown in prison. We all know about that. But not to this extent. Not to this extent. This is going too far. You know, let us learn to respect people. Let's try to respect life. You know, Mr. Lungu, the throne president comes and goes. Today you are the president. Okay, maybe you win again in 2019, who knows? But that's it. You'll be back on the street. You know, then what? You know? HH can die today. And you still be blood-stained. You still be PF, the same useless PF, the same corrupt PF, whether HH dies or not. You know? What kind of people do we have? Is this the reason? Zambians, is this the way we elect people? Can we stop for a moment and think? Are these the kind of leaders we want to run Zambia? You know? Zambia has gone to the dogs. This is not Zambia. You know? I have a lot of honorable men in PF, friends in PF. You know? Does it mean we have to be enemies? To the extent where we can kill each other with my own relatives who are in PF, my own friends who are in PF. Does it mean we have to kill each other? If HH wanted to declare himself, why not let the courts take its course? Not subject him to kind of beatings, moving him from one cell to the other without any proper explanation. I think we must be very ashamed of ourselves. The president has to be very ashamed of himself for doing these things. You know? Mr. Humble. You know? At the time, we were almost beginning to believe that Mr. Lungu is humble. These things are happening. There is no way a humble man can do this. No way. I don't care who is doing it. Whether the police, the commander of armed forces is the president. He has every right to override the system. Forget about the independence of the judiciary and stuff. Fuck that. That people who are doing this are not the court. This particular incident has been done by the police, which is under the wing of the president and Kanganja. UPND people, we need to be observant. We need to be careful. We need to be strong now. If we think somebody will come from Mars to protect us, fuck that. No one is going to do it. We have to do it ourselves. Members of parliament, you are too docile. I'm sorry to say this. You need to stand up for what you are elected. It's not just getting allowances and eating. Your leader is in prison and you keeping quiet. What fuck of that? You know, can we learn? Can we learn to know why? We want democracy and you are busy keeping quiet. I don't see anything. Gary Nkombo was alone at the airport yesterday. What kind of leadership do we have? I'm so upset with this. You know? We elect leaders because you stood on the UPND platform. You need to stand on UPND platform. You need to defend that platform. You need to defend your president now. Not just waiting for allowances. If they expel you from parliament, so what? There are many people who are laughing. Let them suspend you for the sake of democracy. You should be willing to do that. Not able to sacrifice. The party sacrificed among so many people who are willing to stand. We need to stand up now. It looks like PF is not going to stop until HH dies. But we need to be strong. With or without HH, the fight has to continue. HH said it. The struggle shouldn't end. If Mr. HH dies today, at the hands of Mr. Lungu, Mr. Lungu will have his own day as well. He is going to die. Any person has to die anyway. That's the fate of every human mankind. But this is not Zambia. This is foreign. This is the Satanism at its best by PF. We need proof of life that HH is alive on camera. We need proof of life that HH is health on camera. We need access to HH. We need him to see him eat food. We need to make sure all those swellings from the beatings yesterday, from the massacre, yesterday are treated by the doctor of his choosing, not your doctors. That is not police work. That's mercenary work. That's not police. A police who can do that is not worthy to be called a policeman. A policeman is there to protect his people, not to injure them, not to kill them, not to spill blood for nothing. The man is harmless. He's in your care. Why do you brutalize him? To question the movement? To question that he needed to have his lawyer? Is that a crime? Brothers, let's stand up. Let's stand up and think. Whether you are PF, this is beyond a party. This is about Zambia. This is about mankind. This is about corrupt regime trying to intimidate, to put fear in people, trying to make sure they remain in power so that they continue looting. At the end of the day, we are the laughing stock. We are the people to lose. Our children who have no jobs because they are making a cartel. God bless Zambia. Thank you very much.